I don't do drama. I'm way above that. I run $1 million company. It's none of my business.
When they introduced the cast of this season of Real Housewives of Lagos, I was like, how is it going to be? A whole forecast not being present, forecast from the previous season not being present. How is it going to be? How will it be like trying to get used to new casts? It's like a whole new show. Just two from the last season, and then we had Caroline. I was thinking it will not be giving what it's supposed to give, but having seen this first episode, I feel like these ladies are actually going to bring a different dynamics that will be interesting, just something different. I feel like this how many times I feel like I believe that this season is going to bring that much needed change, new spice, new everything. Then maybe next season we'll now see a different dynamic. Some of the old people will come back. I know they'll definitely come back. And then Faith, how did I forget? Five casts from the previous season, but yeah, it was nice. And I'm just here to give you guys all the tea, all the details. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do to subscribe, like, share, comment, and all the good stuff. Welcome back, and let's get straight into it. So for this episode, at the beginning they just showed like Miriam with her stylist trying on some outfits, and then she got a message from Laura telling her that her launch is coming up. She's going to be launching her hairline, her hairline, and then also her anniversary for her cosmetics brand, right? And then for Caroline's entrance, it was so dramatic. I say she na action film movie they see like this. It was giving like sound effects from an action movie. They were just doing ging 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 ging. And then Caroline now said, I am back. I mean, how did she even put it? I say
Yes, I'm back.
This is being so dramatic. So yeah, Caroline is back in a grand style, and in her confessional she was like, yeah, she's back. And then people that needed to have been exposed, they've been exposed. She was trying to pass a message. Obviously, I'm sure she's talking about Chioma and Iyabo. And for me, I was like, it's not as if Caroline was completely innocent or anything. Not like she was a saint. She was very much involved in that clique until herself and Iyabo and Chioma fell out. So it's not like there was any sainthood or innocence in that. So, but yeah, she said people that needed to have been exposed, they have been exposed. And then she is here to set the record straight, I guess, to clear whatever idea we have of her, because later on we'll talk about it. She has reconciled with Tony and all of that, but we'll get to that. Now, for Laura's first scene, she was looking very cute. She was looking like one young, vibrant lady. That hair, in fact, it's that hair that she's selling. She marketed it well because it really fits her. It just makes her look like really young, bubbly, and all of that. And then I also liked her confessional look. All the extras that were happening there. Her makeup was on point. The hair was on point. And you see that hair? It's the hair that she's selling. It's the hair that she's marketing for. That's like her new product. Laura is all for the business. She's not here to just do all the drama. She's here for money. She's here for business. And I actually like that part, like the fact that she has decided to focus more on the businesses she has. And every time she's releasing something, she they do everything. She's literally like a hustler, and I like that fact. So like I said, I liked her look. I like her look. Anyone, I like her look. And then Miriam and Laura, they now met in person to speak about the launch and how Miriam will do the inviting, because Miriam she chose Miriam to be her PRO person. Miriam is into PRO stuff. So they just met in person and she told about it, and that's when Miriam now talked about inviting two ladies, and the two ladies that she spoke about are two of the new cast that we had for this episode, right? Then they showed Laura's daughter. You know, her daughter used to feel like a Real Housewives of Lagos baby because we knew about when she was pregnant and everything. So it's like, you know, feels like it's just like what you say, big brother baby. So this one is giving Real Housewives of Lagos baby. So they showed her daughter, very pretty. The daughter was with her grandpa, that's Laura's father, and everything. And then after this whole conversation with Miriam, they now introduce the ladies. They use the opportunity to introduce the ladies to us. For the first lady, we have Adedola Diadem. She is a makeup, she's into cosmetics, makeup. In fact, she owns a beauty brand, founder and owner of Beauty by AD. So she's like, you know, these are big ladies that have, you know, done things for themselves. For that Beauty by AD, I've used it and it's very nice. I'm not even gonna lie, I've used their setting powder. I've bought their setting powder, like 2 different shades, and they were both really nice. So I'll say that she does really well, and she's always using her makeup. Her makeup always looks flawless. So, you know, that's one brand that I can stand by in a way because I've used her product. And when I was, let me not give you guys background story, but like when I was trying to learn makeup, you know, Beauty by AD was one of the brands that so many makeup artists use. But moving on, she's a mom. She's not married. She said that a lot of people, you know, felt she was married because she just had like her introduction, but it did not work out. She was engaged to be married. It didn't work out. So right now she has a daughter with that man, with the said man that, you know, they were engaged and all of that. So, what else? She's calm. She seems calm. She's very pretty, and yeah, she feels like she's going to. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say vibe in terms of like get everywhere, but I think she's going to bring like a very calm, you know, type of vibe. She'll be serving maybe looks, in terms of like fashion, and then also, you know, looks face wise, because her skin is skinning and her makeup is always makeuping. So I think that's the kind of vibe that we'll be getting from her. And then the second cast is Delola Lawson. Delola is also into beauty. These people, it's like we have, like they decided to just go for makeup people that own makeup brands. For Delola Lawson, she's the owner of Delola Cosmetics. And then she's an ex-beauty queen. She also has a daughter. She's not married. She didn't give us any background story for her own, but yeah, she has a daughter. And she said there was a statement she made about being an advocate of whatever you don't like in your body, you should change it. I feel like she worked on her face. Her jawline is giving worked on in a way. I'm not too sure, but like I feel like she worked on her face. And then the vibe she's bringing, I'm getting this whole sassy type of, you know, vibe from her. Like she'll be dropping will I say punchlines, or she'll be dropping things here and there that she'll drag you in a very subtle way. She gives this very sassy vibe. She might be the one that would trigger something later on. So she met with Miriam and they spoke about Laura's event. Miriam gave her an invite because Laura said Miriam should invite people with money, people that can come and spend money, because that's kinky. What they call very expensive. So Miriam gave her an invite. Apparently, herself and Miriam said they've been friends for over 10 years. But the way she described the friendship, that's Delola, the way Delola described the friendship with Miriam was kind of like, you know, that kind of friendship where maybe you're seeing me as your friend, I'm not seeing you as my friend, right? Because she said they're close acquaintances.
I've known Miriam for a long time, but we're close acquaintances.
Did Miriam say friends? I think Miriam said she has known her for 10 years. But anyway, the way that described it is like, okay, there's no closeness there. It's just, I know you somehow, you know me somehow. And then, like I said, she invited her for Laura's event. She didn't really seem like she was excited about it. She mentioned that she likes to go for events where, you know, there are familiar faces, or she knows the host. She doesn't really like all these kind of events that, you know, they just invite you by proxy, or, you know, you don't know the people like that. But she said she'll try and make it. And yeah, that was it for that scene. Then they now showed Caroline. Oh, no, that's not the end of that scene. But yeah, they showed Caroline. Caroline was with her friend. and she was just talking about what has been going on with her for the past, 2 years. I believe we've not seen her in like 2 years. So she was just giving us an update, using her friend to give us an update on what has been going on in her life. First of all, her daughter is now living with her dad, right? So she said her daughter has been living with her for the longest, since she was 2 years. So it's time for the daughter to spend more time with her dad and everything, and that she has been missing her daughter, of course, obviously, and it's been hard for her, but she's trying to get used to it. And also that she's back in Nollywood. She's now acting, making movies. There's one that she made recently. And then speaking of reconciliation, she said she reached out to Toyin to try to resolve things. I was like, oh, okay, that's a good move. It's not easy to have an issue with somebody and reach out to try to sort things out. She also now reached out to Miriam as while they were having that conversation. So she called her on video call. Miriam was like, hey, who is calling me right now? So she called Miriam, and she was like, she just wanted to reach out to her so that to let her know that she would like them to sit and talk and resolve things. And Miriam was like, okay, we have issues. Do we have beef? Even me, I was trying to remember the beef that Miriam and Caroline had. Their beef wasn't even that deep in the first season. It was Caroline and Laura's beef that even almost went physical. Caroline said some things. Laura, like, it was their own that was deep. And then Caroline and Choma's own that they almost destroyed the whole place. And then Caroline and Iyabo, those are the people that had strong situations. This one a moi case. So she spoke to Miriam, and Miriam was like, okay, Miriam was like, okay, they will see and have a conversation. They ended the call in a very cool way. While they were talking, the avatar was just there, like, more like, it's none of my business what people are doing here. Nothing concerns me. Anything you want to be talking about, it's none of my business. And in her confessional, she was like, she doesn't do drama. She's above that. She has $1 million company. She owns $1 million company. I say, hey.
I don't do drama. I'm way above that. I run $1 million company. It's none of my business.
Wow, we have entered Wahala this season. We have entered Wahala. Okay, I say, okay. It's alright. Let's see whether you will maintain that, because the way this show goes, at some point, that voice, it will leave you, and that drama, you will do it, and you get into it. But yeah, that was what she said. That's okay, it's all right. And then they just had the conversation, and that was it. And then after that, we now had the main event, the day of the event, Laura's event. I mean, it's only right that one of the old casts will be the one to host an event that will bring the ladies together. And this season, this episode of the season was giving it felt like Laura was in charge in a way, because almost all the other casts are not there. So it was not as if it was the responsibility of Laura to bring everybody together. I mean, we've seen her she has been there the longest, because in season 1, Miriam did not start with them in the first episode. It was later on that Toyin introduced Miriam to the group and everything. So Laura is giving like the OG of the OGs. So the day of the event, Laura was putting on this black long gown that did not allow her to breathe well. She was struggling to breathe. And she has to even change her outfit later on to a shorter gown so that she can move around and sell her products properly. Because if you're not wearing the proper outfit, how will you be going to everybody to tell them buy you? A hustler like that needed to have changed. So she shall change to another outfit. And Miriam was the first to get there. No, it was Adedola that arrived at the event first, looking all glam, almost a bit extra. But I'm like, this lunch where all this glam, all these things they happen. It's alright, it's cool. So Adedola arrived first, and Laura was very welcoming. Obviously, you want to sell your goods now. If they find money, you guys do well. So Delola arrived. Then Miriam was the next person to get there. She wore this yellow gown. Miriam looks really nice, and the color complements her skin tone very well, her yellow. And then when she came, serious question, you know. The way she asked Delola questions, it was giving job interview. She was like, tell us about yourself. I say, let's see me that one, what's that? And then, you know, Delola being the introvert, because she said she's an introvert, that she is, she was like, just trying to introduce herself. She just spoke about her brand, and that's why she told them that she's an introvert and she doesn't look for trouble. She doesn't like trouble, but if you carry trouble and come, you know, just don't bring trouble to her. So right now she's giving me, like I said, she gives me this calm vibe, and I believe her when she says when she says that she doesn't look for trouble, because she doesn't look troublesome for now. You never know, you know, these shows, you never know. Is as time goes on that you really see them for who and how they are. So she just spoke about herself, and then Miriam went further to ask her about her relationship, because she asked whether she's married. A lot of people felt like you know, she was married, right? So Miriam asked her whether she's married. She's married. She said no. And Miriam now asked for details about the relationship, why it did not work, whose fault was it. I say, what's going on here? Later on, Dabota now came, and then she now saw her friend. Apparently herself and Delola, they are close. They acted like close friends. So they met, and they're like, oh, you know, that they didn't know that they were both going to be at the event. So Miriam just saw them, you know, being all chubby, and all of that. In her confessional, she was now saying that their relationship is giving Chioma and Iyabo. But, you know, at this point, they don't know who is the godmother and who is the goddaughter yet. With time, they will know. I mean, she will know. That's what she has not figured out yet. In that part of the confessional, she was looking like a small winch. The way she was doing her like that.
Probably Chioma and Iyabo. I think I'm going to like that friendship.
To me, I feel like they are giving more of Chioma and Caroline than Chioma and Iyabo, right? But anyway, let's see how the friendship dynamics is. That's why we'll now know which one they are giving, whether this or that, or they're giving a very different vibe altogether. Or Chioma and Tanya. Yes, Chioma and Tanya, being that Adedola is more introverted. Tanya seems like someone that is a bit introverted in a way. But anyway, like I said, we'll see as time goes on. That's if the friendship lasts long. Because this show, they scatter friendship. They break things into pieces. So with time, we'll know. And then for Dabota and Laura, there's a little bit of tension between them. Or there's something that, there's tension. Basically tension, and Dabota mentioned that it has to do with Laura's sister Linda Ikeji, her blog. This Linda Ikeji's blog, the thing has caused problem for Laura on several occasions. The same thing happened between Laura and Caroline. Now we're having another situation where somebody is carrying something in mind for Laura because of her sister Linda Ikeji, get the time. I don't blame them, because Linda Ikeji, that time, she wants to put out something. She doesn't care about your feelings. She doesn't care about your family. She doesn't care about anything. She's just putting out gist. So, but Dabota said she doesn't want to judge Laura based off of what she knows about her, based off of her issue with her sister. She just wants to know her for her. That's Laura. So, according to Laura, she said they've seen several times, they've not spoken, they've been seeing days to meet, but they don't talk. So maybe now, this is an opportunity for them to like get to know each other on a more personal level. So yeah, maybe they will turn out to be besties, who knows. Then Caroline wasn't there. Miriam did not invite her because she didn't want a situation where there would just be awkwardness there, knowing that Laura and Caroline, they've not settled their issue. And then Caroline actually mentioned something about wants to have a conversation with Laura. So she's open to that. That's Caroline. Laura is also open to it, although she's more, she feels like her own situation has a more lasting effect because of the kind of allegations that Caroline threw at her. Caroline literally accused her of being pimped. this is a married woman. You say she was pimped to another man. And you know, these things are serious. Laura said her in-laws had to have a meeting with her.
And then if you say that in a public space, that my in-laws can hear and they call me for a meeting.
Where she had to be explaining herself, and that obviously they believed her, like to them, like nothing happened. But just having that news out there is something that they will not like. So they just spoke to her. So it's a rich in-law matter. You know, as they be now, Igbo wife, traditional Igbo man, all those kind of things. Nobody wants that kind of gist because, you know, it's falling off hand and everything. So that's what really makes Laura hot, or that's why her own situation is like very deep. But I guess they would settle their beef. And as for the Laura's hair that she's selling, it's $120. No wonder she was asking for Miriam to invite ladies that have money, because $120, if you convert it to naira, it's for 2 bundles, 2 small bundles. But I believe from she's selling 2 bundles, that means it's enough to make your hair, human hair bundles. So the 2 bundles in naira plus tax, everything, 465,000. I think those are the figures that Dabota quoted. See here, people had to say what's going on.
So 425,000 naira for 2 bundles of human kinky hair.
That one is for the rich. It's good that they gave out the figures, so those that have the money will know that, okay, this is the amount I'm budgeting for this. And those that don't have such money to buy hair, that kind of hair, would stay in their lane and respect themselves. You know, if you want to buy, you can start budgeting. So the whole marketing that Laura did for her brand, it makes sense. It's very nice. And then the next episode is going to bring some shades being thrown. They showed where Miriam was throwing a shade at Dabota about not being married, because they were having a conversation about relationships, and Dabota was giving her own opinion. In fact, let's not go into the next episode yet, but just know that that's when the tension starts to build between these ladies. Dabota and Dabota and Adedola, they mentioned that they really like Laura. Laura is easy to get along with, actually, like her bubbly vibey side. So they like her. But for Miriam, there's just that whole a little bit of tension there for now. So that's it. It was just a calm, chilled episode, and with time there'll be more to talk about. So thanks for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this episode, and I'm going to see you on the next one.